Hi everyone, this is Jane from Jane's RV Travels, and guess what came today? My my new Invicta Reserve gold watch that my wife bought for me for, she said she'd pay for it. It came from eBay. It's $102. I'm so excited. It's in the original Invicta box and nice wrappings on it. It was wrapped better than this. This is the second time I've had it open. So all looks great. Look at the Invicta case, comes with it and everything. Oh, and look at this gold watch. Look at it. Man, oh man. It's 18 karat gold. It's an excursion, and it's a gold bracelet, and it's a chronograph, and it's Swiss made for $102. What a deal on eBay, which of course I purchased it with PayPal, so it's 100% guaranteed I'll get my money from PayPal no matter what, even if I keep the watch. Okay, so it comes with the warranty cards and the instruction booklet and dust cloth and everything. And so the other day I took it out of the box. It's got the tag and everything, the Invicta tag. Wow, what a watch. Look at this thing. Wow. But then I started looking at it, and I said to myself, you know what? Something doesn't look right here. And my brain is screaming, it's a fake! Yes, it is. It's a fake watch. Somebody, maybe in China or whatever, has manufactured this watch to make some money and to cheat everybody, namely me. Okay? So let me tell you, the first thing that happened was, after I set the time, the color came off of the crown. I looked at the crown real close, and guess what? The reserve insignia that's supposed to be on here, it's just printed and it's rubbing off. This is supposed to be a screw down crown. Does that look like a screw down crown? See the dial moving? Alright, that was the first tip off. The second thing I noticed was, or my neighbor noticed, the back was loose. The back was only on by a couple threads. Here's the back. All the information on the back is just like an Invicta watch, but somehow the back doesn't look, even to look at it like this, it doesn't have Invicta quality. Okay. The next thing I noticed was, it's kind of difficult at first, and it wore in now, to open this clasp on the band. Okay. And then I looked at the lettering. It's engraved. Invicta does engrave their stainless steel bands. They're pressed and then they're coated with 18 karat gold. So that was the second tip off. The Invicta, let me get this back in here. The Invicta logo on the top, it's engraved. Invicta doesn't, when they make this little safety clip, it's not just a square clip. It's made in a little different fancy manner where the little nub sticks out so you can get your finger underneath it. That's wrong. The other thing that's wrong is where the links, the inside of the links, they look like they're forged. You don't see that with Invicta, because Invicta, all of Invicta stuff is machined. Okay? Now, as I looked at this watch more and more, how do you know it's a fake watch? Well, for one thing, it doesn't say Swiss made on here, even though it was advertised as Swiss made. Like I said, the crown doesn't lock down like the crown, like it was advertised on eBay. But if you look at this dial and you get a magnifying glass out, where they put in Invicta Reserve, the letters aren't perfect. there's actually little lines underneath the letters when they stamp this out. I don't know why. They must have had a problem with stamping out Invicta Reserve underneath there. The other thing is, Invicta prides itself in having multi-surface dials. So you have the face of the dial, and then on top of the face you'll have another dial, and then maybe additional dials on top of that. So you can have 3 or 4 dials layered on top of one another. Well, apparently someone realized that, but when they stamped this out or printed this face on this clock, all of the dials are all connected together. They're not layered in there. So that tells you that's not Invicta quality. All right. The other thing I noticed, I don't know if I can show you that. I'm going to pull this pin out so I can show you. But if you look, I wish I had something to point with. Maybe. Okay. If you look inside here, Invicta watches are all machined. This is not machined, it's cast. It's like a children's toy. And it looks like when they put the coating on it, they didn't get the coating on right. So you can see the cast in here. That tells you this watch is going to break down in a short period of time. The case material is going to break down. This is not. I will almost bet on it. I'm sending it back. I'm getting full credit, and I reported them to Invicta and also to eBay. But I'll bet you if I took something and I scratched this, I can't because I'm going to send it back, that this is just an alloy under here and it's not stainless steel. Because all of Invicta watches are stainless steel. That's what I like about them, because I have a high acid content in my skin. And when I wear a watch, if it doesn't have a stainless steel back and it isn't coated real good, the acid from my body will actually eat into the watch within a short period of time. I mean, like maybe a couple months, and destroy the watch. So there's that. The other thing is, I have never seen a watch band that was attached to the watch case with a bracelet pin. The bracelet pin goes through this casting right here. Invicta would never do that. Even a cheap watch won't do that. They use the springs, you know, where you have to take your knife and stick it in there and pop the spring on both sides, and then the band comes off of the watch case. Well, the way Invicta makes these is this band comes down and it stops right here, but just into the case here is the opening, machined openings for the spring pins on both sides. So that's another fault right there. Now, the other thing is, this area right here is not finished. It's rough. That should have been finished off on an Invicta watch. That would have been finished. But today when I was looking at this, trying to figure out, because I don't want to get burned again, it says this is a Swiss movement. Look at this tiny little thing. It's like a $10 watch mechanism in there. It says SL25, which is a Swiss movement. But that's not a Swiss movement. So that's been copied also. But the real kicker, and I realized that this today, okay, was when I push these buttons, none of the dials in here turn. They don't turn because they're gold. They're gold hands on the dials. They're gold hands on the dials, and they're printed on the face. If you get a magnifying glass, you can see it. Now, let me show you something here. I got this watch for my birthday. This is an Invicta Pro Sport. It has, let me see, it's waterproof to 330 feet. It's got a flame friction